Data Vault is one of the best-known implementation methodologies that helps solve many of the typical challenges in data warehousing by standardizing development and bringing flexibility and scalability to the data warehouse over its lifecycle. Data Vault is both a framework and a process which requires automation to normalize and integrate multiple data sources, ensuring adherence to project standards, enhancing data quality, and maintaining historical tracking and full auditability. Have you ever heard that Data Vault is difficult to understand, complex to create, slow because of the multitude of objects, data dependencies hard to track and hard to maintain? The key to success in a Data Vault implementation is automation. Templates minimize manual coding, reduce development time, and decrease errors. Automation enforces strict data integration and modeling standards, ensuring consistency. The multitude of data integration requirements relies on proper automation. Version control and change management automation helps drive integrity with multiple team members working concurrently. Automation tools capture metadata associated with Data Vault components and integration processes, providing comprehensive documentation of the data landscape. Data Vault is ideal for agile development and thrives when CI/CD automation is in place. Here is where Agile Data Engine comes into play. Agile Data Engine is an all-in-one data warehouse automation platform with built-in and fully integrated data modeling, transformations, workflow orchestration, CI/CD and data ops insights capabilities. ADE is a low-code tool, supports multiple cloud databases, and one of its core features is support for Data Vault 2.0. Agile Data Engine supports the full spectrum of core Data Vault 2.0 object types and load patterns. The creation of common entities such as hubs, links, satellites, and more advanced like status satellites, multi-active satellites or point-in-time tables is fully automated with out-of-the-box templates. You can also configure your custom object types and easily create hybrid solutions to meet your specific needs. Today, we will demonstrate a common data modeling scenario where several new Data Vault entities will be created and integrated into an existing data warehouse model. We will use Agile Data Engine to create hubs, satellites along with corresponding current satellite views, and populate a link to connect the new hubs. These new entities will be loaded according to a new schedule. Following data ops practices, the work will be deployed frequently, and the model will grow incrementally step by step. A new hub is created using Agile Data Engine's user interface. The first step is to assign one of the many available predefined Data Vault and Data Warehouse object types to the new entity. Let's select Hub as the entity type. The default schema is suggested accordingly, and the default type for a hub is a database table. The entity name is entered, with a name prefix automatically added to ensure consistency with project naming conventions. The logical definition of a hub is created, and additional options such as description, database tags, data warehouse zone, or distribution style can be entered in the summary view. By default, all Data Vault objects are automatically created with the necessary predefined standardized attributes. This standardization ensures consistency across all Data Vault objects, so every hub looks exactly the same, resulting in less work in the long run and making the system easier to understand. Now let's add a new data load, from the staging object to the hub. In Agile Data Engine, all the incoming and outgoing loads are directly linked to an entity. The source staging object has been selected, and the load mappings now can be defined. Most of the entity mappings are pre-filled, nevertheless the engineer needs to select a business key and map columns which are not standard. Agile Data Engine has your back covered, especially when it comes to handling business keys. DV hash transformation will calculate the hash value of the business key, using MD5 function in our demo, and the underlying key components will be handled in a unified way across the whole data platform. Two columns are propagated one-to-one and the actual business key is filled automatically based on the hash key column using DV business key transformation. And here we go. With just a few simple clicks, we have defined the new hub and its load. Now, let's review how the definition appears in the SQL code. The SQL preview feature displays not only the object creation script but also the logic for all related entity loads. The code is generated automatically, eliminating the need for hand coding. However, it can be enriched with either predefined load options or custom SQL if needed. Agile Data Engine supports all major cloud database platforms, including Snowflake, Databricks SQL, Azure Fabric, and Google BigQuery. The same Data Vault features function across all these platforms, making your design and implementation efforts portable across various database engines. By now the object has been defined on a metadata level. Let's commit the work and promote the new hub physically to the database. The built-in CI/CD pipeline implements a clear environment separation for your runtime environments, and the work is safely committed and promoted with one click. With Agile Data Engine's metadata-driven approach, you get the full auditability of the data warehouse models and data. ADE tracks data lineage in real time while developing new objects. The newly created load has inherited a workflow from its upstream staging object. The dependencies can be easily managed and adjusted. Dependencies between data products which group multiple objects together are visible in the package tree view. Similar to hub creation, defining a satellite is easy and intuitive. A newly created satellite is prefixed with S_. Simultaneously, as the satellite table was defined, ADE automatically created a current satellite view, an entity that provides the latest snapshot of the satellite tables, reflecting the most recent state of the descriptive attributes. A new incoming load is created for the satellite. It differs slightly from the hub load, as usually most of the source columns are propagated through and the row data hash needs to be calculated in a consistent way. Let's choose all the source columns, but it doesn't make sense to populate the ones related to staging objects metadata, so let's unselect those. Data Vault data hash is calculated automatically based on all mapped attributes by selecting Map All Mapped option. This saves a lot of time and effort, as even for this simple demo example the SQL code for calculating the row hash in a consistent way is quite extensive. New columns are now visible in the satellite attributes view and the satellite definition is ready. Similar to hub and other Data Vault objects, the load logic is fully standardized and all the SQL code has been generated automatically. The entity structure and the load logic is defined on the logical level, which makes it possible to translate the code to various database dialects. In the same manner as before, an additional account hub has been created. It has two incoming loads from the staging objects. Let's examine the data lineage view. The updated Data Vault model now includes two hubs and a satellite, along with a corresponding current view. Account consumer link between two hubs has been identified and will be added to the model. A new link is created. The default list of attributes is consistent with other object types. Let's add the two key columns to the attributes list. The DV hash function has been defined as a transformation to make the DV ID consistent. The unique DV ID key for the link is a MD5 hash of two source keys combined, separated by a tilde sign. References are added and the model is updated in real time, just as building with Lego bricks. ADE takes care of physically deploying the objects to the database and adjusting the load logic. By default, the loads inherit the schedule from the upstream staging objects. However, Agile Data Engine brings flexibility and ability to adjust the workflows easily. Let's create a new schedule. The new schedule is assigned to the newly created Data Vault loads. Schedule management is baked into ADE's promotion process, and the tool handles the dependencies and automatically generates the code to do the orchestration. The Python code to orchestrate the loads has been generated and deployed automatically. The loads are ready to be executed. The Data Vault structures have been created and are filled with data in the Cloud Data Warehouse. With Agile Data Engine, you can easily enhance the model and incorporate it into larger, enterprise data models. Complex data vault models are easy to navigate with a visual data model graph, which brings flexibility in browsing and filtering content based on your needs. During the short demo, you've had a glimpse of some of the powerful capabilities that Agile Data Engine's all-in-one platform brings to data vault automation on all layers of data warehouse engineering, showcasing its development and operations efficiency. Your data warehouse is scalable, and the work resembles building the system with Lego bricks, as it provides guardrails for the data team and support for collaborative modeling and development. All features and benefits are portable across the common database platforms that ADE currently supports. Automated design patterns defined on logical level ensure the consistency and coherence in your data warehouse. However, you are not locked only with predefined patterns and standards, as it is easy to define customer-specific transformation logic as well, and you can further develop your own reusable patterns and standards. No need for external plugins or tools, our platform has you fully covered. Other setups can be shaky, requiring complex configurations, integrations and maintenance work around CI/CD, version control, workflow management, transformations, the management of Python scripts, and tackle security risks between those elements, adding to the complexity. ADE comprehensively addresses all your needs for data vault modeling, offering everything you require in a single tool. Not only do we streamline the data modeling and transformations, but also our deployment management enables our customers to adapt rapidly to continuous changes. The built-in CI/CD and workflow management helps build new data products, manage changes, make deployments and solve problems quickly and consistently. With API connectivity, customers can integrate Agile Data Engine to their systems and processes. Monitoring dashboards and data quality statistics can control the success of the workflows. Data Ops Insights helps monitor and discover development team areas where attention is needed.